What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Sessions with Rich podcast. If you're new to this thing, welcome. I drop these episodes every single Sunday. You can find me on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts. On today's like, share, and subscribe too. I always forget that part, but fuck that shit. On today's episode, good friend of the show. This got to be his fourth, fifth episode. And we go keep counting.
More, I'd say more.
Shit got to be more than that. And it's gonna be easier because we're living in the same country. Rambo is the host of Real Eyes Radio with HV. Shout out to HV if you listen to this. And we go talk about how he's pivoting as well. But big dog, welcome back to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me on again, Rich. Always a pleasure to speak to you, man.
Same here, man. For those who don't know, because I'll give you a mini red carpet, let us know who you are and what you got going
on. Rambo on Twitter and Instagram. Conspiracy Twitter, conspiracy Instagram. Been at it for a couple of years now. I do a podcast with HV called Human Vibration, called Real Eyes Radio. Been at that for a couple of years now. Going great.
That's how I met you. Just listen to the podcast. For those who don't, little backstory. I was listening to that podcast for a good chunk, and then that's how me and Rambo and HV became friends. Full circle.
Full circle, man.
Fucking nuts, bro.
And that's what I mean. It's been for me. Social media has been great. It has been great. It's got its pros. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Really,
it is. Yeah.
It's got its good and it's got its bad, and it's how you use it. The balance of it, I think.
You gotta take the good with the bad, because it's just I wouldn't even know you if it wasn't for that. If I didn't find your podcast, we would not have this friendship.
Yeah. And here we are.
Here we are, brother. Here we are. I know. So before we hit record, you was explaining how you hitting this plateau where you just tired of talking about conspiracy theories, and I was hitting a point where I was tired of just continuing talking about spirituality, manifestation, in the same thing, and how you don't want to be boxed in to one genre. One thing I've noticed, and I've told you this every time we record, is your awareness becomes different, and you've been interested in more things. So I'm kind of and one thing I've noticed with and I've taken a break from conspiracy, just talking about conspiracies, because all you're doing is programming that reality. You saying, okay,
yeah,
I believe this to be true, and I want to experience this in my reality. So I'm kind of curious, what shifted with you to make you want to make that pivot?
With me, I feel like after being on the conspiracy Twitter side of things more for 3 years now, coming up to 4 years soon, it's kind of just the same. I feel like there reaches a point, where it's just the same stuff.
So you get boring.
Yeah, it just becomes you reset the cycle and it starts all again. So you get to, I don't want to say I've seen it all, but I feel like everything on conspiracy Twitter, I've seen it or scrolled it, and I've seen it hundreds of times. But it's more so how I'm thinking, is it new people, new conspiracy-minded people coming onto Twitter and then refinding what I found a few years ago and reposting it, and is that what's happening? Or
could be,
is it being kind of run by bots and it's kind of keeping us trapped from progressing?
I think
within, because I feel like this journey of conspiracy has helped me a lot. It's changed my life. It helped me find myself and trust who I am. But that journey can't continue if it's just to be the same old stuff on repeat. I feel like it has to expand somewhere else from there, and I think the only place it can go is in there, from taking in what I've have seen and the ideas I've seen and come to my own conclusions on, and take them and put acting them in my real life and bring it to me, and people around me in my real life, and manifest the reality I want, instead of all this everyone's fake and stuff. I don't in my own life, in my real life, I believe on social media, I stand by, I do believe all of it is fake, what we're seeing on the news and everything, but in my real life, that's not fake. Nothing in my real life is fake. But if I'm gonna continue my journey, I can't have that mindset within my real life, because I'm gonna make my real life become that social media life, which has then become stale.
They're like, what do you mean my grandma's fake? Well, and it's like that thin line
There is
Like,
the word fake is kind of it covers everything, doesn't it? And that's always kind of been my thing. Everything's fake, and I still I
mm,
still stand by that. What I'm seeing on the TV and what
oh,
we're
big
told
facts,
about
big facts.
history and the world and what we are and where we
Can't
come
deny
from
that.
and all this.
Can't deny that. Can't deny
Yeah,
that. But
I,
then,
gives me a kind of peace though. Still, like, so even though I'm on this now and I've seen it, it's the same stuff that's been posted again. I still find peace in it that I've been through that.
yeah,
Like I've been through it. I can, and it's not easy on the mind. This conspiracy stuff when you first start
it's
out.
not.
It's not. It can send you nuts. Like
Because I
it sent
remember,
me nuts at one point. I thought I was nuts, but it's how you come through it. And I do feel like not everyone can come through it. Do you know what I mean?
this, imagine you thinking one way and then you find out that whole shit was a lie. That'll fuck you up.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And as time's gone on, it's anyone who uses Twitter and stuff will see who's been on there long. It is just the same old stuff, and you do need
Same
to
shit.
continue your journey. You need to come off of social media,
Oh, you got to. You got to. Because I was telling you
even if you
before we
just
hit,
take breaks. Yeah, like you
take
have, you
breaks,
took
bro.
breaks.
I had to take a break from like I don't even tweet anymore. Like, oh, because I'm just like I ain't got shit to say. Like I don't. I feel like it's
I know
forced.
you, man. I know what you mean.
Like I
It's
don't.
like I've said it all.
I
It's
said it all.
there's only so long though there before we become bots.
That's what it
If we
felt
keep
like.
repeating ourselves, we then become a bot. Not really. Saying the same stuff we're saying in 2020. I'm just a Twitter bot.
Like what? How are we progressing? Because like I feel like with the conspiracy stuff, like yeah, you shine in awareness and light, but what the fuck? Stop scratching shit. Sorry guys, I got a cat. That's a Sour Patch Kid. Um, it almost like you regurgitate in fear, and it's not doing. Yeah, you provide an awareness to a situation, right? But you only promote in fear, and you're only saying, "Hey, we're going to continue this experience by keep talking about it." Versus like, okay, I'm letting you be aware of um the man behind the curtain, but how do you want to pivot and make a new reality? That's the new shift. How we create a new reality.
Yeah, because that's what all this is about. All this, when we say conspiracies, I'm going to say stuff like the fear kind of stuff
Yeah.
is conspiracies, and I feel like that's put out there. So we manifest that into reality from our screens. We bring that from the screen, we take it, and we put it
Yep.
into our real lives. And that's
Yep.
what we're saying. We feel like we pivot. I need to
And that's what
get
they
out of that
want.
cycle
Well,
that we,
they
yeah, they whatever it is, the simulation, whatever it could be.
yeah.
But I've been like, I don't know. There's a theory that it's been around for years and years, but I've been more playing with it a lot recently.
Mm.
It's whether it's a conspiracy, I don't know. It's more of the brain tickling that I like of it. It's called the egg theory.
Oh yeah, was you
You
sent
ever
me?
heard
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Which is back to it comes to reincarnation.
Oh, let's chat about that because when you had sent that to me earlier, I was like, I was just watching this a couple days ago.
Yeah. So basically, this theory, the egg theory, is that every interaction you have, everybody you meet, is another version of you extended
Hmm.
from one energy.
Yep, 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 yep.
And you don't remember your previous lives, although the
Nope.
knowledge is stored within you
Yep.
from your previous lives.
Just
And
gotta
when
unlock
you
it.
have learned, when you've experienced every experience on this earth there is to experience, rich, poor, ill, whatever, everything there is, you then qualify and you birthed from this egg to then become a god. And that, although I'm not fully sold on everything on
Yeah.
the theory, it's just a very, for me, it's a brain tickling theory that has kept me thinking ever since.
It's so
Oh,
I was watching this because I've seen stuff about this before. You know, like when you die and they say go towards the light, and then they were saying like no, the light is actually a trap. Like, but then it's to each his own
oh.
discretion because you don't want to like program that reality. But basically, they saying if you go towards the light, like you see your relatives and friends who passed over, and it's kind of like this reincarnation trap versus you turning around and saying I want to go home, and you going back to the dimension you came from before you pop back in here.
So yeah, so that would So at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, which is reported everywhere by
Yeah.
people who've died, they say this is like a demon or a jinn that will take form of a family member and trick you back into the light. And that's how we end up back here, and we're just batteries for the earth. But the other one, we're going with this egg theory that you have to experience everything. What if the light at the end of the tunnel is the vaginal canal, and it's the hospital lights that you're just seeing again, instantly born?
I can see that.
Just like in the GTA game, when you die, you always respawn back to the hospital.
Yup.
And that is kind of what I feel I'm more leaning towards as to what it could be. Obviously, we'll never know, but rather than it being a trick, it's more of the experience to progress, to go on to something else.
Because then, like, if you don't, like, for example, let's say you bullshit in this life and you ain't experiencing what you came here to experience. Yeah, I can see your soul be like, hey, we go, run this back because you ain't do what you was supposed to do. I can see that. But it's a tricky thing.
Because another thing, so I do get the feeling memories are stored in it within us. Like a kid is scared. It knows to be scared of a scary monster or whatever. It knows without anybody saying you need to be scared of that. It's already scared. Something in it, something knows you need to be scared. And that I feel like that is knowledge you're carrying from a previous life.
Yeah. It's like you could do like a past life reading, or like do like have a session where you remember your past life selves, and we don't remember. I don't remember any of my past lives, but I know I had past lives. I know this ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah, and if you was to remember your past lives, wouldn't it be boring? This would be boring.
Yeah, that would be.
Do you know what I mean? It'd be boring. Like if you could remember all these hundreds of years of lives,
it's like, who cares? I don't care if I was a fucking farmer 3,500 years ago.
To like, this is another thing within this egg theory. If you was to be reincarnated, it doesn't mean you're reincarnated tomorrow. You could be reincarnated 1,000 years ago or 1,000 years in the future, just to get the experiences you needed to qualify from this level.
Because I don't know, this is a tricky. Not tricky, but it's like, because
it's one that we'll never really know, but it is something I like to play with. This is the thing now, like, so stuff like this that really gets me thinking. Is stuff like this where there is no answer, because I could go on and look at Epstein flight logs and stuff, and that stuff just bores me. That's got a cap on it, right? Because to me, that's all. That's what I'm saying is fake. It's a Hollywood movie set that we're just watching every day, every time we log online, but with your own thoughts of to what it could be. There's no end, because something what I could think the end result of going into the light could be, you could think completely different about what it could be, and that's what I like.
That's so true. Because I don't know, even like, because there's multiple layers. Like if you're looking at somebody who's in a religious mindset, and I'm not, guys, I'm not, making fun of anybody, but you have the belief that you're going to heaven. But what if heaven is the white light?
What if, like, say the white light could just the white light could just be the lights in the hospital? This could all just be rendered by our eyes. Another thought is, here's another one. Here's one. Have you ever heard somebody just say your name? Have you ever heard your name but nobody's saying it? Have you ever done, like, heard someone shout "Rich" and you're like, hey?
I've had it. I have had that before, and I've heard somebody talk and nobody was there.
What if you're in a coma and your mind has created this whole world around us, around you, to fill in the blanks, and what you're hearing is somebody in the hospital going, "Rich, wake up, Rich," and you're hearing this within this world.
What the fuck?
A world that your mind has created, so it's not bored and it's not alone.
Because it's no different than, because I've been like, I'm looking at dreams differently. Now I'm looking at dreams as like, these are just other dimensions of ourselves that we just tapping into. No different than when we awake in this dream, that other version is having a dream of us experiencing this.
Yeah,
that's a clusterfuck.
This whole thing is this whole thing of what happens when you have this. The whole thing is a clusterfuck, and that's what I love about it. My brain hurts sometimes. I'm like, what can it be? And do you know what I like? With this, I can one day say one thing for myself, and the next day it's just the opposite. And
Yeah.
it's how you feel. But for me, it's like the reincarnation, this egg theory, it's kind of resonated with me as to that carrying past knowledge and the remembering who you are. Because I hear a lot of people saying we need to remember who we are, but are we supposed to remember who we are? Because if we could, would we get bored real quick?
I mean, I would. Like,
We
imagine you knew everything you supposed to know and do before you came here. I mean, I think that's why we put ourselves under amnesia before incarnating here, because it wouldn't be the same. Imagine you playing the game and you unlocked everything as soon as you start playing. It'd be boring as hell. It's part you gotta go through the journey. It's a process.
Yeah. So in that, I am an incarnation of you. You are another incarnation of me, and we all are connected to the one source. That's where this egg theory gets it. It's one energy, and we're all part of the one energy being lived out through different physical bodies, but we're all still the same energy.
Same energy. Nothing really matters. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have fun with this shit and don't take life seriously, because you could literally pop off tomorrow and it's like, oh, I was stressing that somebody cut me off in traffic. Like, that's nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, there's not. I actually had this for my end notes for this. Is that there's not much here that's worth stressing about. There's nothing. Well, there's actually nothing that should be able to get you stressed out. Really, like work, traffic, just pressure of stuff. Like, because really, it's none of it's that serious. Nothing really is that serious. I don't feel, and I feel like that's how I've lived my life the last few years. Is like it is what it is, kind of feeling. No, nothing's that serious.
Like, let go, because like, my bad.
I can thank this conspiracy stuff for, well, like I say, it gave me the peace inside me that I never had. So I used to be angry. I used to be angry at the government, angry at people on the internet and stuff like that. Angry at Epstein and all that stuff's gone now. It's just a weight lifted on me, but body that I didn't need. And now I feel like, what was it ever mad about anything for? Like, no, I'm stuck in traffic. I just enjoy it. I use it for like a form of meditation.
Yeah.
If I'm stuck in the traffic, I'll plan out what I'm doing when I get back. Or
exactly.
I don't use it to go mad. I don't use that time to go mad or stress. There's nothing worth stressing about.
Like, maybe you're supposed to slow down that moment and be like, you know what? Actually, I want to go this place now instead of going that. Like, like everything happens how it's supposed to.
Everything's supposed to be. This is it. Everything's supposed to be, and everything what happens is supposed to kind of happen. If we're going off this egg theory, because you have to experience everything. You have to experience a lot. Otherwise, you can never qualify. I like the thought. I do. Honestly, I'm really on this one at the minute. Like, I've been on it for ages, actually, but it's got me. Because there's nothing that serious. And have you ever been in a situation, right, where you've needed money, and it just appears, for me, it just appears, not life-changing money, but enough to get what I needed. It just appears somehow, something pops up where it's like, oh, here's a bit of money. Like, it does, it happens. And I don't know how. It's just because everything is meant to be. And I am leaning towards, like, we see, I've talked a lot about everything being scripted, like the news, the sport. Like, but what if our lives, again, I'm going to keep going to the egg theory, it has to be scripted for us to experience everything we need to experience. So this life of me, Rambo, now is scripted to only experience a certain bit. And I feel like it's already got a beginning and an end, and everything involved is already written for me.
I can see that. But I mean, you still got like you still got free will in it, but like
you've got free will, but I feel like you end up at the same result without realizing.
I agree. You either taking the hard path with it, or you taking the easy path. But either way, we get into the destination.
Yeah. It's what's that saying? The journey's long. Is it the journey's long, but the road is short?
That's true. Cause I don't know. Cause I'm turning 31 next Friday. I think that's the damn day. And I'm like, where's this time going? But then it's like you also need to take each day. I don't know. Time been moving quick as fuck.
Fast. I was just about to say, do you feel like it's going fast? Like mega fast?
Faster than usual. Because usually it's like, okay, damn, we just hit Monday, or damn, it's Friday again. But no, it's like I could have sworn it was just Friday yesterday, and now it's Friday again.
It would be good to have like an old clock, set it to 10
Mm.
seconds, and you knew clock and time them. See, or even set your time for 10 seconds and count to 10 seconds. And I feel like it is moving faster. I feel like our time would reach 10 seconds before our time on our phone would reach 10 seconds before we could count to 10 seconds. I feel
I've
like it's
noticed
moving
that.
that fast.
Because even like in your like if I'm doing a workout and I got like the timer on or some shit, in my head I'm moving quicker, but the phone is moving slower, or sometimes it's vice versa. I'm like, how the fuck is this possible? How are you telling me? But then time is
All
an illusion too.
the time is all digital now, Isn't it really? Like, say you had your watch on it and you looked at your phone and your phone said a different time to your watch, you would adjust your watch to fit your phone. You wouldn't adjust your phone to fit your watch. And nobody has to update the mobile phone time. It does it by
No,
itself. A minute a day? Do you reckon a minute? It's probably going faster. I'd say it's going faster than a minute a day. I
I
can't
agree,
believe that we're in November already.
bro. Even this shit was going by
Just felt like
quick.
Christmas has just gone. It's coming back again.
Man, if you listen to this, guys, and I say this jokingly, don't you put that damn Christmas tree up. It's not time. It ain't time for I'm still in summer mode. I still think it's summer.
It's hey, that'll happen soon. And do you know what? If people start putting the Christmas trees up and that now, does that speed up time
It does. And
for
don't
us?
put
Because we're
oh
then
god,
believing we're in December, but we're not.
why are we rushing it? Like I get it. I get it. And don't put them boots away, guys. Don't wear the Ugg boots. Put the boots away. I'm trying to go as long as possible without wearing my coat because I'm not accepting that the weather's changing.
Something's changing. Something with the time, the day, that everything is changing. And within me, right, I'll get to it in a sec. I've been trying to make just some subtle changes to myself,
Mhm.
and noticing a difference.
But you've been
Um,
pivoting a lot. Like
yeah, I'm pivoting in my life, and it's
yeah.
something as small as like stopping smoking weed, stopping
Mm,
coffee. Right, this has had the biggest impact on me. This coffee stopping, right, and I don't
yeah,
know why I wanted to stop it because I had no reason to. Oh, coffee's making me do this, or
yeah,
I just felt like I wanted to. I was sick of getting up, and I wanted to change my routine. I didn't want to get
yeah.
up in the morning and drink coffee every day anymore. I feel like,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys, you had
So
technical difficulties.
So with like the stopping of coffee, like it's a somewhat minor, and I don't actually know what it's done to improve me, other than I feel lighter. I feel like I don't actually want it
Mm,
anymore. I feel like my mind clearer, and I'm attributing this to stopping coffee, yeah. But
I can
maybe
see
it's a
that. Yeah,
placebo. Maybe I'm thinking this is what stopping coffee's done, but I never went into the
yeah.
stopping coffee with any expectations. I just wanted to try and
Just
change my
try it out.
routine, doing it every
Yeah.
morning, and having been over 4 weeks now, I
Damn good shit.
feel mental. The best way I could describe it is lighter minded. It's
Yeah.
clearer. I don't know whether it's coffee. I don't know. It could be a placebo, but anyone listening, if you haven't tried stopping coffee for even a week, give it a go, man, and see what you think. See if you can feel any
They're like
difference. I felt benefit from it. I
they're like,
have.
no, Rambo, I can't give up coffee.
I have. I felt a benefit from stopping coffee, and
It is a benefit though. It is a
it's
benefit.
one of
I
those
took
things.
I took a
I've
break.
drank it for 30 odd years of my life every morning.
Yeah.
Well, minus when I was a baby, but I've drank it every day of my life. And it's like one day I just woke up like, I'm not drinking this today. It's like
You can't
water,
control me, coffee. You can't
green
control me.
teas. I was trying, and whether they're better for me, I don't know. But it's just there's something about the coffee has changed my mind somehow. It's made
Yeah.
me feel just clearer. So yeah,
Because
give it a go.
I can see it being it's like a heavy thing that kind of like blocks you in certain ways. So I can definitely see that. Because I mean it's no different like if you take a break from smoking or drinking or like you said drinking coffee, it does clear some of that energetic blockages. Like yeah, you can do everything in like what if you like okay, I just want a coffee a week or a drink a week or even, not even that, but you notice the difference.
Do you know what I think the difference could be? The change in just routine on itself. Like I've
Mm,
just changed my routine up. and it's just something so small. And like I said, like
We was talking about that before, because I was telling you about you was what the fuck's we saying? I would switch my it was like switching my normal order. Like if I went to Costa and got like Americano, this time I might have got a Frappuccino, change the scene to see what what different experience you get.
yeah. And Joe, I don't know if you've read this because I know you like to go to the gym. I used to speak to
Mhm.
this big guy, this big bodybuilder guy, and he used to say what he used to do to go to the gym. He said, go to the gym. And it's kind of the same concept. He used to go to the gym with, I'm going to train my back
Yeah.
and my arms. He said,
Yeah.
get to the gym and just switch it up and do chest and legs like that and shock my body and let my body
Mm.
believe it was about to go and do something, prepare itself, and then just mess it up and
Oh,
do something completely different, confuse it,
I'm
shock
gonna try.
it.
I'm gonna try that. So I have heard about the shock method. I'm gonna try that.
But again, it's like that routine. So he might have done every day, every Tuesday, he does his back, and then get there that day and boom, do your chest. And apparently the effects are better for the shock. And I feel like that, I don't know whether that's what my body's gone through. It's like just that change in
Probably.
routine. It's cleared something. It's like my whole mind is reset. Even just coffee, and I've stopped
Yeah.
the weed. I've stopped smoking weed as well.
How was
Um,
that? Because I haven't done it
Pretty
since I've
tough,
been.
man. Pretty tough. But I'm not saying I'm stopping it for good because I
Oh
kind of
yeah.
enjoy it. This world's not fully entertaining at all times. I do like to chill out sometimes and have a
Hell yeah.
yeah. But again, I wanted to do it of the change of the routine and more so to tell myself that nothing outside of my body can control my actions and how I am and my personality. I don't need an outside substance to make me
Mm,
who I am. And I think that's what I tell myself with the weed. Like it's more of a break. I'm going to call it a break, and it's more just
yeah.
to show me that I'm in
I'm in
control of
control.
smoking this weed. If I want
Yeah.
to smoke it, I smoke it. It's not telling me.
Because
And
it's
honestly,
true.
it's made such a difference to me mentally and physically as well
I could imagine. I could
in just a
imagine.
short space of time. Because as somebody, anyone who's listening who's smoked weed for a long time and you've tried to stop it, it's not easy.
I
Not
feel like
easy.
it's worse than you stopping trying to drink personally.
Yeah, yeah, because it's more off. I feel personally, it's more often. I'm just like a chimney, me. Like when it
Exactly.
reaches a certain time, it's like free for all.
And then your tolerance high, because it got to a point I was like, I'm not even get as high as I'm
Yeah.
used to, because my tolerance is too high.
So your tolerance has gone so. And you know what? This is going back to coffee. There, if I drink a coffee, everyone goes, "Oh, I feel boosted in the morning." No, I don't. It's because I've drank 30 odd years of cups of it. You know.
Yeah. Cause like even I took a break. Like, okay, I will say I did take a little break from drinking, but it's coffee is fucking crack. Cause I took a stretcher and I had Americano and I was buzzing. And I was like, this shit is scary. I don't like this. What the fuck am I putting in my body?
Yeah, as someone who's always been to me the same routine pretty much forever, it's just nice just to change something so small makes a
Yeah.
big difference.
Uh,
That's what I feel. A small change makes a big difference.
guys, if you listen to this, change the routine tomorrow whenever you listen
Something
to this
so
episode.
tiny. Wake up and have a tea instead of a coffee, just once, even twice. If you do a week, I think after a week you feel like, hey, I can feel. I can't put my finger on what coffee has
Yeah.
done to improve me, but it has.
Yeah.
Like I feel, like I said, the feeling of feeling lighter. I feel like that is what it's done for me.
I can see that. Instead of taking that road to go to work, take a different road. Instead of watching this, watch that. Just do the opposite of what you normally do.
Yeah.
Change. Oh, that's so fucking true. Because a lot of stuff
Is
do control
it,
us. What
it,
we
it,
allow it
it,
to control us.
it takes away the same old the boringness, the cycle. It changes the
It is
cycle.
boring. Yeah, it does change the cycle.
It's like say I go work, come home, smoke a weed,
And then you
repeat,
wondering,
go
then you wonder,
gym, smoke a weed,
I
repeat,
feel
and it's just
bored.
nice to not.
And you in that same loop. You in a time loop. You're in a
Yeah,
freaking time loop. Guys, you might hear my
and
cats running around.
that
Sorry.
is what reincarnation is, isn't it? Really, it's not just about life after death and returning. It's about everything just eventually being the same and a cycle, repeat, repeat, repeat. That's all it is. That's all reincarnation actually means, isn't it? Is to just keep repeating the cycle.
Yeah. What the? Hey. Sorry, guys. I have two female cats and they're doing their cat shit. Guys, be nice on episode. But no, sorry, guys. Rambo, brother. I always ask this last question to my guest, man. What would your message be to humanity during this time?
Yeah, some love, man. It is, and that feeling of being nice to a stranger or somebody, the feeling you get from that, the energy you receive back from just you giving out that good energy is doesn't have a price. Do you know what I mean? You can't describe it. Have you ever helped somebody you didn't need to help, and you don't want anything for it, you just want to help them? That feeling of doing that, it's great. You know what I mean? That is, to me, it's a proof of energy, the proof that we are an energy, that you receive some sort of good feeling from helping someone in need. Oh yeah, go out there and help someone who you don't know. Help a stranger.
Give a compliment,
give a compliment, anything. Just, I think doing stuff like that, it comes back to you. It comes back to you in an instant. I feel like as you do it, you feel good for it.
It's instant karma.
And especially if you're not wanting anything back for it. I think that's the key. It's not about giving to receive, is it? It's about
exactly
sharing the love. We're all one. I am you. You are me.
We need that, man. Help each other, man. We need that because a lot of people do stuff for a return, but it's like no, maybe
share the love, man. Share that energy. Love. That's the message I've got.
Rambo, you the man as always, brother. Guys, I'm living in the UK now, so you can expect a lot more episodes.
Yeah, we'll be on here more.
Appreciate you, brother.
We're pivoting from what we normally would talk about. I'm gonna come here with a whole new thing next time.
I'm excited for us, brother.
Journey.
The new journey. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode just as much as I did. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks as always, brother.